All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another night of On the Pole Racing here with Figure Farm TV. We are bringing you live the Sim Racing Super Dirt Series presented by HiMom Lands. There for the Tri-Track Modifieds, but can't really call it the Tri-Track Modifieds anymore, as are at Port Royal, throwing a little bit of wrench into our season here. First half of the season, we raced Lincoln. Now instead of Lincoln, we threw Port Royal into the mix. So this ought to be a great night of racing. Hopefully everyone enjoys it as we get set to rock and roll here tonight from the Port Royal Speedway. So let's go trackside just to see how practice is finishing up. And we got about 3 minutes left of practice. 3.5 minutes of practice. Got about 9 drivers in the session currently. We're hoping to see if maybe we get a few more. Got Kelly Wheeler in first, Donald there in second, Henry third, Schaefer in fourth. Schaefer currently with a All right, we got Kelly Wheeler first with an 18.815. McDonald with an 18.840. Henry with an 18.889. So definitely close here tonight as drivers are figuring these cars out and getting them situated. So normally we would have heat races to set the first feature of the night, which is technically consolation by session standards. But it's our feature race number 1. We have 2 races a night here, HiMom Lands. And tonight, it is going to be possibly just one heat race. That's the starting grid of our heat race, or our feature race number 1. Now, if you've been following the series, feature race number 2 inverts the first 12 of the field. Now, if we only got, as I said, 9 drivers here tonight, it's going to invert the whole field. So this could be some interesting racing as we get going. So sad to see that the last 2 had probably close to 14 to 16 drivers. Tonight we're down to 9, so hopefully we can pick some drivers up as the season finale is next week. Down here in the corner, number 3 and 4, there comes the 088 of Travis McDonald. Brandon McDonald out here in the 17. We got Cody McDonald sitting there on pit road. He's definitely one to watch. Kelly Wheeler is another one. Kelly Wheeler in the 11 machine. If I look at our points from the series before, if I can get the... No, I can't show them too well on stream. But Cody McDonald is ahead of Kelly Wheeler by 1 point. So even though Cody McDonald didn't win last week, keep that. Cody McDonald did not win last week at Williams Grove. Kelly Wheeler closed the gap within 1 point, but did not overtake. Travis McDonald sitting third. Brian Ordo is at 4th in points. Michael Vitale 5th in points. Those are your points tables as it runs down right now. So Cody McDonald still holding on to the points lead coming into tonight. And he extended. We're going to have to keep an eye on Cody McDonald and Kelly Wheeler as they are 1 point different coming into tonight. Well, here we go with the pill draw for the heat. This is the set grid in our feature. So we got Jack Henry starting on pole, Ashley Allison Jr. starting in second. Clay Christopherson there in third. Brandon McDonald in 4th. Cody McDonald in 5th. Matt Schaefer in 6th. Kelly Wheeler will be rolling off in 7th. Brian James will be rolling off in 8th. Dean Reynolds 9th. And Travis McDonald will be rolling off in 10th. So it looks like we've got a 10-car field here tonight as we get set ready to roll from Port Royal. Hopefully we're going to have us a great night of racing here on this dirt surface tonight. Everybody getting gridded up. See how this plays out. As they start to roll. At 133 of Ellison Jr. out there on the high side starting this tonight. Jake Henry on the inside. A couple good field draws for those drivers. They've struggled a little bit through the season. Still holding their own out here in front. We got the 51 of Clay Christopherson there starting 3rd on the inside. Brandon McDonald in 4th. Matt Schaefer in 5th. Cody McDonald in 6th. Brian James 8th. Kelly Wheeler's in 7th. There on the inside. So the 2 points leaders starting 5th and 7th here tonight. They're on that inside row. As they come off a turn for a green flag will drop. They will put that loud pedal to the floor. Waiting for that green flag to drop there. Green flag is out. I'm unsure what's going on. They don't seem to be on the pedal at all. I believe green flag is out. Or did I miss something? I thought green flag was out. Now they hit the loud pedal coming down into corner number 1. Not sure exactly what happened there, but Clay Christopherson there on the inside getting a decent run as Jake Henry gets a good jump on the start, gets up there to that high side. Now here comes Christopherson on the inside, side by side, off of corner number 4, across the flag stand. It is going to be Jake Henry out front. Ashley Ellison Jr. there in 3rd place, right behind Henry, as Henry now gets squat and he gets squeezed into the wall. Everybody holds it straight enough, though, keeps it rolling as Christopherson puts Henry up into that outside wall as he makes that pass. Almost damages his own car doing so as we come down into corner number 1. Off of 4, off of 3, I guess. No, off of 2. Getting all wrapped around already as we're starting to see them single file out here in this heat. As we've got 2 laps to go here in the race this evening. Everybody's jockeying for position. Cody McDonald up 2 spots. Kelly Wheeler really hasn't moved. But he's under fire from Dean Reynolds there in the 79 on that high side. Back up front, though, Brandon McDonald under fire from Jake Henry as Jake Henry loses that spot to McDonald. Cody McDonald trying to take over that 4th spot, or keep that 4th spot, which he does. Final lap, it's going to be Christopherson. Now here comes Cody McDonald making a move on the bottom side, but I don't know if he's going to have the run coming off of the corner to capture that. He does not. No, it's going to be Christopherson as your heat winner. Brandon McDonald there in 2nd, Jack Henry in 3rd. And 4th, that is Cody McDonald with Matt Schaefer in 5th. So we'll take a look at our heat results here this evening before we get into our race number 1. Blake Christopherson 1st, Brandon McDonald 2nd, Jake Henry 3rd, Cody McDonald 4th, Matt Schaefer 5th, Brian James 6th, Dean Reynolds in 7th, Kelly Wheeler 8th, Travis McDonald 9th, and Ashley Ellison Jr. will round out in 10th. Now, if I'm thinking correctly, everything lines up. That should be our starting grid. Blake Christopherson in 1st, Brandon McDonald 2nd, Jake Henry 3rd, Cody McDonald 4th, Matt Schaefer 5th, Brian James in 6th, Dean Reynolds in 7th, Kelly Wheeler in 8th, Travis McDonald in ninth, Ashley Ellison Jr. there in 10th. So Kelly Wheeler actually lost a spot in the warm-up or in the heat races as they are rolling live now down the track, getting ready to start race number 1 of the night. 25 laps is the distance for race number 1. Race number 2, 30 laps. If that holds true here tonight. As they come out of turn number 4. Looks like Christopherson went to the back. Unsure about that, as Jake Henry is our pole car out there on that inside road. Now he takes the lead. Brandon McDonald there in second. Cody McDonald there in third. Ends up tapping the 17. Brandon McDonald gets him sideways. They all check up. They all keep rolling here with 24 laps to go now here in race number 1. Side by side back here as Jake Henry has rolled away with the lead at the moment. 83 of Matt Shaper now in second. Here comes Dean Reynolds there in third. But look out, here comes one of the 3 McDonalds here tonight. That is Brandon McDonald there in fourth. And that he gets problems, ends up in that outside wall. 3 wide now, going through turns 1 and 2. Cody McDonald up to third. Matt Shaper in second, trying to chase down Jack Henry out there in first as they come around a turn here. Travis McDonald in the pits here in race number 1. Dean Reynolds back here along the outside wall, has trouble getting it going as the leaders are coming up on him. In the corner number 3, he's in the way. And there's going to be a caution flag there. Hope everybody's hearing me okay here tonight. All right, sorry, Brody. There, that was just the beginning. We will make sure we don't have that happen next week, as we got the cars and everything rolling around now. Hopefully, everybody hears me just fine over the cars and everything as we are rolling green flag once again here out of turn number 2 down the backstretch. It is Cody McDonald followed by Kelly Wheeler. Clay Christopherson there in third, but he's got Brian James looking on the high side as we got him almost 3 wide there behind him with number 83 and 171, along with the Dean Reynolds in this number 79. Here they come down the backstretch. Brian McDonald now up to third with Clay Christopherson there in 51, chasing them all down. Brandon McDonald there in third. 15 laps to go here in race number 1. Everybody clinging that high line here around as we got Travis McDonald down there on the low side having some on the backside. Ain't out of everybody's way. Might be trying to work his way back to pit road. Unsure though. Don't look like he is as he's getting back in the gas, coming back through. Loses another lap though, but getting laps in nonetheless. Cody McDonald, caution flag, back out. Jake Henry has a problem along with Matt Schaefer. Down here in the corner number 1, there you see Matt Schaefer sideways, and then Jake Henry gets into him. Pretty sure that was Matt Schaefer there. Yes, it was. Problems there for Schaefer as he now dives it in the pit road. I'm going to get him to work on that. There we go. Here they come to the green flag now. 13 laps to go here in race number 1. Side by side, coming off of corner number 2. Cody McDonald followed by Kelly Wheeler. Chris Starbuson back here in 4th now as Brandon McDonald still holds on to that 3rd position. Starbuson still eyeing to find a way to get around here tonight.
I'm doing all right. Yeah, he was on me. I think this track is one of Kelly's strong tracks. It's one of my weak tracks. I'm not very good at this track, but it seems to be working pretty good for me. It's all top right now. But Kelly figured out a line that was doing pretty good, and it was a battle. I mean, we're having a really good points battle. It's the real test is going to be see what we can do from the back and come to the front and see where we end up. So we'll see how that goes. Yes. Yeah, and that's what it was last week. I think I was down by 1 point, and then whenever me and Kelly was battling, now I'm up by 1 point. So this is really crucial. I'm really hoping I can come out ahead again in this race. But Kelly's got a really strong car, really good racer. It's like I said, it's one of his strong tracks here, and he's doing really, really well. So we'll see how it goes, but we're going to try to move up the field and rack up those points a little bit more and get that little gap. I don't. What's the track next week we going to? Is it Lernerville? I hope so. I'm hoping it's Lernerville, pretty strong there. So I'm gonna try my best. Me and Kelly, like I said, we're battling for the championship. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'd like to thank. I'm working on my car to get done, but Fusion Setup Shop. That's what I'm running with now. So thanks to them for being on the team, and thank you for the broadcast, and also thanks Brian and everybody over there at Knuckleheads, Mud Puppy Racing, and yeah, let's get out here and see what we can do in the second race. All righty, all right. I'm gonna try my best. Yeah, let's see. That's the way it's been, ain't it? Like the last couple times, except for last week, it's been I win one, him win one. I win one, him win. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. Yeah. Let's see if I can do that repeat next week on that track. All right, I appreciate. Hopefully, I see you again. Yeah. All right, appreciate it.
Oh man, I hope everybody got that. I don't know why that went to. So we are heading back trackside. We got some warm ups about to take place here at Port Royal here this evening. Everybody's sitting there on pit road getting some tweaks done to their cars as we try to get everything set and ready to roll here tonight. Hope everybody's enjoying the show so far here on the Pull. I know I definitely want to try to get something worked out to where maybe we have a decent video starting at some point, but I know that's in the works here at some point to give a little bit more professional look to the broadcast. Warm-ups are underway as Travis McDonald heads out on the track. Checker flag is out. We're going to be getting ready to start the second race here tonight. And usually it's 30 laps. So if that holds true, we're going to get that starting grid up for you now. Ashley Ellison Jr. will be starting on pole in that 130. Travis McDonald there in second. Brian James in the number 60 will be starting in third. Matt Schaefer in the starting in fourth. Jake Henry in the 171 will be rolling off in fifth. Dean Reynolds in the number 79 will be rolling off in sixth. Go 17 of Brandon McDonald will be rolling off in seventh. And Clay Christopherson, that number 51 machine, going to be rolling off in eighth. Kelly Wheeler in ninth. And Cody McDonald, our race one winner, is rolling off here tonight in that 10th position for race number 2. And I was wrong. It is another 25 lap segment here tonight. So both races, 25 laps. Sometimes they make the second one about 5 laps longer, but tonight they chose to keep both the same. As everybody gets set and ready to rock and roll here tonight. Rio coming out of quarter number 4. Green flag should be coming out unless we have a slow start like we did the last race, which looks to be... Oh, green flag is out. The 60 comes up the track. Almost gets into Brian James as we go almost 4 wide back here in that second row. 3 wide coming out of quarter number 4 as Brandon McDonald is there on the high side. Brian James or Matt Schaefer. Oh no, and Cody McDonald into the outside wall back here. Got to get it spun around. Caution flag is out. Cody McDonald and Kelly Wheeler end up getting together back here at the backside. Unsure exactly what happened. Looks like Kelly Wheeler gets punted by the 51 up towards the top. Cody McDonald nowhere really to go. Luckily, he's got that car all right looking still. It doesn't look like too much damage on that 028. Hopefully, he can get it rolled back around and make sure of it and roll in the correct way this evening. And we'll go and Down through corner 3 and 4. Here we go. 2 laps to go here in race number 2. Dean Reynolds out front. Clay Christopherson there in second. Travis McDonald there in third. Brian James there in fourth. So where is Cody McDonald has fallen back behind Kelly Wheeler now. Now on the final lap, can Cody Wheeler make any grounds to try to get around Kelly Wheeler? He does get the run, gets to Kelly's back bumper. Can he make anything happen through 3 and 4 as he dives underneath Wheeler to get that spot away from him? But does Wheeler have the run then coming off of the corner? This is a drag race. It is going to be Wheeler finishing ahead of McDonald. But Dean Reynolds doing a great job of holding off the pack here, running really well out front and getting that win. Clay Christopherson there in second. Travis McDonald third. Brian James fourth. Kelly Wheeler fifth. We will get our feature results up here as soon as they pop in here to me. Dean Reynolds first, Clay Christopherson second, Travis McDonald third, Brian James there fourth, Kelly Wheeler fifth, Cody McDonald sixth, Matt Shaper there in seventh, Brandon McDonald eighth, Jake Henry in ninth, and Ashley Ellison Jr. did not come out to run the second race of the evening. Had some struggles there in race number 2. In race number 1, I think that might have deterred him away from running here in race number 2. Definitely want to thank everybody so far. We're going to go and see if we can get a hold of our drivers here. So far, we got Dean Reynolds. Good evening, Dean. Pulled off a nice win tonight.
What's going on? How you doing, man? Yeah, I did want to see that yellow, though. I had a 5-second lead, and then all of a sudden the yellow comes out, and then I was in the same Discord as Clay, and he goes, uh-oh. But I felt if I can get a good restart, usually when you get a good restart, you can get 2 laps, and then, I saw where Clay was. I was actually looking in the mirror, and we brought her home, so it was a fun race. I like running against the wall up here.
Well, and I don't know about anybody else, but I call it the Lernerville line.
Well, it's a little easier to run the wall here, believe it or not, because you can run it hard because you don't have to worry about going over the track. The only tough part was actually going into turn 1. There was a shadow where the sun was, and you couldn't see where the wall was. So you kind of couldn't go aggressive into turn 1 up against the wall, but turn 3 you could almost flat-foot it all the way through. And with these 358s, we're gonna play a game. I want to go fast, and I like to go up against the wall. And I think chicks dig old fat guys like to run the wall.
Oh, you definitely got it done tonight. I think this is your first win on the season too, so that ought to be a bonus as well. I think everybody's still looking at that fight between Cody McDonald and Kelly Wheeler, though.
Yeah, and I wanted to make sure I didn't get into any of those guys when I was racing because I know they're going for the points. So that first race was a little tough. Cars were kind of all over the track, and it was nobody doing anything bad. It was just, the track is fast and it's got some bumps in it and everything else. And then in the second race there, starting on the outside was a key. I know if I can get around the guys on the outside there, hopefully we can bring it home. But yeah, it's my first win here since I won the point title like 4 seasons ago. So. It's good to get back.
Oh, congratulations. Who's the sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
Well, I got to thank the guys from Full Throttle Motorsports. Clay's part of that team as well. And they're a great bunch of guys, and they really helped me keep the speed going. So I got to thank them. Got to thank you for doing the telecast and Brian for doing the league. I know Brian is going to step down after next week, and Cody McDonald's going to take over the league and keep it going. And hopefully, I like to keep running with them when I can because my real job takes away a little bit. But got to thank those guys. Got to thank DJ Shimsop from the FTM League. He does all our paints and griphack.com. And just thank the viewers for watching.
I'm sure the viewers really enjoy it.
All right, Adam.
You have a great night. We'll see you next week when we hit Lernerville again.
Yes, we will. I'll be there next week. Thanks for doing the telecast, Adam. Appreciate it.
All righty. Congrats on your win here tonight, Dean.
Thanks, man.
That was Dean Reynolds, our winner here tonight. Let's see if we can get a hold of our third place winner, as I kind of see him roaming around down here. Travis McDonald, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. I didn't mean to pull you away from a conversation if you were having one. But
No big deal.
uh, it, we're here, in, down here in so-called victory lane on the podium and stuff. Pulled out third place tonight. We're battling really hard up there in them top spots.
Yes, sir. It was tough. Like it was up against the wall. If you could hit the line perfect, you could go. And poor old Brian, he couldn't stay up there real high, and I kept getting a run, and I had nowhere to go. Like I tried the inside and couldn't make it hanging one or two to slide him. I didn't want to cut him off, so I just kind of followed until I could ease around.
Sometimes that's what you got to do. I mean, the old saying goes, it's one thing to catch him, it's another thing to pass.
That's exactly right.
And it's definitely true here on dirt tracks because you got to really figure out that momentum line because you might have momentum going in, but then the other guy's got the momentum coming out. So it's real interesting to see how the track progresses. How did that track progress tonight?
I figured towards the end of the race it would have moved to middle or low, but it stayed at the top. But turn 1 and 2 at the top was just you had to literally come into it back way out of the throttle and come into it slowly and speed up as you went around. Now 3 and 4, if you come in real hard and slide all the way up against the wall and stay like you're going to hit the wall, the groove was right there within like a couple feet of the wall. I mean, it was daylight and dark difference of the run you would get down the straightaway.
Well, what was turn one like? I know I heard from Dean Reynolds that there might have been some sun issues going into corner number one. Did you feel there was a little bit of problem from tonight?
Yes, later in the race, the sun, like right as you got ready to enter the corner, there's a little dip, and the sun was coming right through. Like you almost couldn't see the wall for a split second.
That's what he was. That's what Reynolds was saying. Was you had to be careful getting into one because the sun was right there, and you lost the wall for a moment.
You did. You actually did in a good second or two.
And that quick second or two is quite a bit when you're moving at the speed car, right?
Yes, sir. It sure was.
So, who's your sponsors you want to thank for getting you into a third place finish tonight?
My wife and lovely kids, and of course my exhaust shop I got here in Kentucky, and just thankful for you for broadcasting and Ryan for letting us have a place here to run.
Oh, I appreciate doing it, and I'm going to keep it, as well as I can, and hopefully I can make things look even more professional. And
It's a hard
we're
job.
working on it. Well, do you take some of this that you've learned all season into next week as we hit the last race of this at Lernerville?
Lernerville ain't my best track, but it won't be bad, I don't think. I used to hate Port Royal because of the top, but I've got a little used to it. But I'll give it my best shot.
If you're running top here at Port Royal, just remember you kind of run that same type of line at Lernerville. It's just Lernerville don't have the walls.
Yeah, I mean, and Lernerville's a difficult track in a way, honestly. It's tight. You can't make a boo-boo or you're over.
That is true. It's got a fine line to drive as well, but it is to me, I really enjoy Lernerville. It's a fun track.
It is a fun track. It just normally in a league race or any race, if you're not careful, you're going to have a lot of cautions just because of that reason. And it ain't nobody's fault. It's a fine line up there, and if you make one little mistake, you're going to go over.
Oh, and usually it's misjudging turn one's entrance.
Oh Lord, yes, I hate turn 1 right there where the hump is. It can really throw you off.
There's a nice little bump going into corner number one. I've learned that if I can hit it right, it will actually throw me into the corner.
Yes, it will, especially in a big block or 358. Now, late model, a little different story.
Well,
Or it is on my end.
well, I do it in the 305s and the 3 sprints.
Yeah, I guess that would work there. I'm not the best in the sprints. I don't mind to run them. I run them in another league and I have fun with them, but I rather stick with the bigger tracks where I got more room.
Well, that's me too. That's why I won't run the 305s at like Chili Bowl or at Kokomo, or I think Weed Sports the smallest track I'll go to with them 305s and 360s.
I have run 410s at Weed Sport before.
Oh, I have too. It gets interesting.
Oh Lord, yes. My favorite, I'd say, at Weed Sport in a way, I kind of like the 360. The 305, if you slide it too much, you ain't got enough power to come out of it. It'll hook up and go whichever direction you're pointing. Where the 360, if you make a little mistake, you can kind of power through it.
I'm interested to see the leagues come along with that, and who knows, maybe we'll see a division pop up here soon that I'd be broadcasting. But I'd love to see somebody bring to life some more micro sprint leagues.
Yes, when they first come out, the new micros, we run them. I don't know. We jumped on the new track, Melbourne, and run it there. Jumped on somewhere else and run it. And they're actually, I tell you what, they're the toughest car really that I think you can drive besides a street stock.
Well, I honestly thought they were a ton of fun whenever I took it to the track. My only problem was I
They
felt like
were.
a dummy when I first took it onto the track.
Oh Lord, it's a different ball game.
Well,
And another,
especially if you're running sprint cars and you kind of take that mindset into it. You know, you're thinking one gear, you just throw it in gear and you
right?
go. I
That is
didn't
very
realize there was
true.
an actual 4-speed transmission in the damn thing.
Then you got to take accountable. You can't just wing neither, unless you're out of the race.
What's that?
I said you can't adjust that wing on the go like you can in all the other sprint cars neither.
No, you can't. But
I
that's
looked and looked, and I thought, man, come on. And it does make a difference. I mean, it really does. It's dry or slick, or a dry slick track versus a wet one. I mean, that wing is kind of important where you got it at.
oh, it is. And I had a guy go to me one time. I was running a 3. We'll be finishing up here, but I was running a 360 race the one time, and I had a driver. Somebody put me into the outside wall and rolled me, and I lost both wings. So I ended up driving wingless.
Oh Lord.
I had a driver go to me. He goes, "If you don't have wings, you have no business being on the track." I said, "Why?" Go back and watch my replay. I'm holding my line.
Yeah. I mean, and that's always this telltale story. Go back to that replay. It always shows a different story than what you felt in the car. It's kind of weird, but it does.
Oh, it definitely does. Oh, you have a great night, Travis, and we'll see you next week at Lernerville. Hopefully, you can pull off another podium finish there. And we're going to definitely be keeping an eye on this points race for sure.
Yes, sir. Man, you have a good night.
You too, Travis. Have a great night. And that's going to wrap it up here on the poll here this tonight with the Flinker Farm TV as we head out tonight. So everybody have a wonderful night. Enjoy the rest of your week. We'll be back here at On the Pole Sunday night for the Free Diggy Racing League ARCA series. So come check us out then, and we'll be going to have a great time.
We are Lions. We bring hope where it's needed. Support causes that matter. Change lives. Change communities. Change the world. Visit lionsclubs.org to learn more.
The only thing worse than being stuck at home is being stuck at home without coffee. We can't let that happen. Browse our selection and order online. From sweet to tangy, hot or iced, we have something for you. White King Coffee, because every cup makes a difference. Cheers.
A simple moment in time. But there is so much more to this moment than meets the eye. What you don't see are the millions of moments that led to this one. The weeks of bonding between a highly trained dog and the person he will serve. The personal training for the client. The challenges. The persistence. The matching process to find the right dog for the person. You don't see the time it takes to train the dog. The hours of loving care. The determination of the dogs to achieve. the professionals who care, the dedication of volunteers. You don't see the dog selection process, the foster homes, the puppy raising. A million moments to arrive at this man, this dog, this moment.
Welcome to Beacon Lodge, a full-service summer camp for children and adults with a variety of special needs. But from September through May, Beacon Lodge is available as a conference center for business, governmental, educational, and nonprofit organizational retreats. A beautiful 580-acre camp nestled in the natural woodlands along the Juniata River in central Pennsylvania near Mount Union.
Beacon Lodge was established in 1948 as a summer camp for blind residents of Pennsylvania.
I hope you enjoyed your quick introduction to our facility and its many opportunities. We see ourselves hosting a unique retreat for your organization. Please call me to explore your needs. We can schedule an on-site visit. Quite honestly, it's the only way to get the real feel of the mountains and the experience we offer as a venue like few others.